Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and even the occasional dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. That way you'll find out whenever I post new videos, which is usually at least once a day, whenever I announce giveaways, which is usually a couple times a month, and whenever I go live, which is usually on the 8th of the month at 5 p.m. Pacific, but you do want to watch the community tab or my Instagram stories at Maui_Noel, just in case there's any changes or updates to that schedule. As always, if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Be on the lookout over on the community tab. I will be announcing the signups for our holiday gift exchange in just a couple of days. But today I have the fall limited edition box from Authentic Books. Authentic Books is one of my favorite monthly subscriptions because they have multiple tiers. I usually do the premium experience, which is $59 plus shipping. If you are interested in subscribing to that monthly subscription, you can use the code Noelle10 to save 10%. But usually once a quarter, she'll do some special limited edition boxes. They are usually a slightly higher price point because there's usually a little extra in there. I think that the Christmas boxes that she has available right now would be an awesome option in terms of a gift for the book lover in your life because they would get a great read. Often the books are even signed by the author, but also a bunch of fun self-care items. And now I don't do a lot of limited edition boxes here on the channel, mainly because I don't always like to show you a box that now you can't necessarily get. But when it is a box that's sort of indicative of the monthly subscription or the kinds of limited edition boxes that company does on a regular basis, I will share them with you. Now this box was a slightly pricey $78 plus tax and shipping, and I did pay for this box myself. I don't feel bad about supporting such a great company. Natisha and her team do such a fantastic job, and I was really intrigued by the book for this fall box. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I don't think I have any room in my budget, unfortunately, for any of the Christmas boxes, but if anybody out there is looking to add some things to my wish list, this could be one of those things. All right, guys, so it just came in a plain brown box with some Authentic Books tape. That is kind of what a lot of companies have been doing just because packing materials have been going up in price and also just availability. In fact, she actually just sent out a very recent email about some delays that are going to be happening with some of the new titles that she's featuring in upcoming boxes, just because there's actually a paper shortage right now, you guys. So just be really understanding of all of the different subscriptions that you support or are considering gift giving. Do it all really early this year. All right, so inside we do have the little pamphlet. So this is again the fall special edition, and the book is Velvet Was the Night by Silvia Moreno Garcia. So this is what that looks like. Now the interior does look a lot like what the monthly ones look like, but usually there's a little bit more color coding in terms of telling us what's in the mini, full, and premium experiences. Everybody who got this fall edition would have gotten all of the items though. And then you can kind of see that there is a little key because each of the items is supposed to speak to a different sense. So obviously the book speaks to the sense of sight, and then you also have the sense of touch, smell. It does look like there were maybe full and premium and mini versions actually of this, so I'm surprised because it doesn't have the color coding, but it does have the little key where it will tell you if it's in the full box, obviously signified by an F, or the premium box. So interesting. Now we did have to choose for our taste item between the cocktail mixer or coffee. Now that was a difficult choice for me because usually we choose between a cocktail mixer and a premium tea, but when there's a coffee option, I get intrigued by the coffee. So all right, you guys, I'm going to kind of prop this up in front of me and we'll kind of dive in. Now, just like in the monthly boxes, she includes the book cocktail, which of course usually uses that cocktail ingredient if that was your selection. And this time it is the cherry almond cocktail. That sounds really good. Actually, it is made with gin, which I don't drink gin, but I usually can replace gin with vodka in most cocktail recipes. And then our story eats, she always has a recipe. I have not tried any of the recipes yet, but I always keep these cards in the books so that one day hopefully I'll have like a little bit more time, not just to catch up on my reading, but to try these fun book-inspired recipes. It's a chocolate cherry cake, you guys. That sounds amazing. So I don't know what's going on with the cherry theme, but I'm into it because I am one of those people who actually likes chocolate and cherries together. I know some people hate to like mix fruit and chocolate, but let me know in the comments below if you are anti or pro. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. There is always a custom bookmark that usually features a quote from the novel. This one says, "She wondered what kind of story started like this." What a great bookmark. And again, that is from the book. This is what it looks like on one side. On the other side, it looks like this with the Authentic Books logo. And of course, our nice silky tassel. It's kind of got like those darker vibes to it. I'm totally into it. Seems very appropriate for fall. And then this is what it looked like on the inside once we got past all of that paperwork. Just some simple lavender tissue paper and a sticker that says "Packed with Love." So usually the boxes, I feel like their branded ones are just like packed to the gills, and this I think gave them a little bit more space, in all honesty. So one of the things that I absolutely love is that there's always a candle included, and Authentic Books has been making their own candles in-house now for the past few months. So this is, I already know what the candle looks like because it always comes in a little box. So I'm gonna have to slice that open. Actually, I might be able to sneak in through the bottom. Sometimes I do that to preserve the look of it so that I can show you guys over on Instagram. So this is what it looks like. Nice and simple amber jar. It says The Activist is what it's called. It's a scent of vanilla and tobacco, which actually sounds so good to me. And as you know, I do like fall scents, but sometimes the sweeter ones in the fall that we get sent a lot are just a little bit too strong for me. So something like this that has like that tobacco scent, it's still like a little bit darker, maybe even a little bit like masculine, but these are the kind of scents that like get me in the fall mood. Very, very pretty. It looks like it's got some gold leaf and maybe some like carnelian there. I'm not sure what that red stone is, but loving it. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. Like, so sometimes vanilla is too sweet for me too, but it is definitely tempered with the tobacco. I'm so into that. So this, in this case, it doesn't necessarily have a page number, but sometimes it has a chapter. So for this, it's chapter 8, that's my lucky number. I can probably wait until chapter 8 because I have an abundance of candles. Usually like I burn my Authentic Books candles like right away, and I'm like, oh, well, guess I didn't save that for the book. So it says The Activist is a soy-based candle with scents of vanilla and tobacco. I'm so curious to see how that ties into chapter 8. All right, let's see what else. I have to move some of the black shred out of the way. We have got some nice things in here, like big sizes too. So this is, again, sometimes she does a lot of collabs with like smaller companies or even makes things in-house. Always quality, always like locally made. So this is the Authentic Books Sugar Scrub in Sweet Honey. It's 8 ounces. It's called Secret Romance. That's what the little label on the top says, and this is with chapter 2, and everybody got this. So this was in mini full and premiums. It says Secret Romance, named after Maite's favorite romance magazine, will leave you silky smooth, made with all natural ingredients and safe for all skin types. So I don't use a ton of scrubs, but I'm guessing that this one smells really good, and I think I have room in my shower for one. It's probably sealed, but just in case it's not, I'm going to unscrew it and see what we can see. So I don't know how to pronounce the main character's name actually, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe some of you guys can tell me. So it is sealed, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, but sometimes I like to give it a little sniff if it doesn't happen to be. All right, so going to put that off to the side now that I know it's not going to spill on me. This is very exciting, you guys. So we did get a second taste, so I was wondering if we would get some Mexican hot chocolate. I think this was sort of the advertised extra item. So let me get that tag out of the way. Wow, super excited. So this is Villarreal Mexican hot chocolate from Verve Culture. It says, or Villarreal chocolate from Oaxaca is made with simple ingredients of cocoa butter, sugar, almond, and other nuts and spices, resulting in the most delicious cup of Mexican hot chocolate you've ever tasted. And this is only in the premium boxes. I am super excited about that. Chocolate para mesa con almendra y nuez. I don't speak Spanish, can you tell? But I am super into having some Mexican hot chocolate if I can figure out how to make it. So hopefully it does give us some instructions, because I'm guessing, I'm not sure, it feels like hard chocolate you actually have to melt down, so it's like the real stuff. I'm super excited. Super excited, yes. So you just heat up a cup of milk along with 1 tablet of the chocolate in your saucepan, and then you drink it. That's the good stuff. All right. What is this? So it says nopalera cactus soap. I was like, is it like nopale? So it is. So here it is. very dark as well, kind of goes with the whole like kind of dark and moody theme of the box. So this is Noche Clara Cactus Soap. This goes with chapter 1. This was in the full and premium boxes. It says our signature cactus soaps are handmade with plant butters and oils that cleanse and leave the skin moisturized. The subtle scent of eucalyptus and sage oil brings clarity of mind. Activated charcoal provides the gentlest exfoliation. You guys, look at this. So it is shaped like a blade. I don't know what you call that, a paddle of cactus, and it's just this like charcoal soap. I'm so intrigued by that. It smells good. I can smell the eucalyptus and the sage, especially the sage, honestly. So love that. Love a little soap. So that was touch number 2. The scrub, of course, was touch number 1. And then I am pulling out some more things that are wrapped up in here. So something right here. So we have touch number 3 is a tote bag. So this is an Authentic Books original. This is only in the premium boxes. So looks like the mini box just had the book, the scrub, and the candle. And then if you did the full box, you also got the cocktail mixer or the coffee and the cactus soap. And then if you did the premium version of this limited edition box, you also got this tote bag and the Mexican chocolate, which I just couldn't pass up on the Mexican chocolate. So this is cute. I like that this tote bag has black straps, and then it's just this kind of like thin linen or cotton. So it says solo un capítulo más, one more chapter. I think that's probably what that means. It says carry around your favorite books in this tote bag designed by Authentic Books. Solo un capítulo más translates to the popular bookish phrase just one more chapter. I think that's actually awesome, and I love that it's got these like flowers kind of popping up from the pages. That's a really cute book bag. We get a ton of tote bags in different subscription boxes, but I kind of love that one. And I love that they had it made specifically for Authentic Books, but it doesn't like necessarily have Authentic Books emblazoned all over it, and it's a little bit more not generic, but not necessarily branded by the company. All right, let's see what else we've got. So I guess instead of getting our premium chocolate bar, which is what we usually get in the monthly boxes, we got the Mexican hot chocolate. That was kind of like the other option. So we're almost down to the book, but we have to, of course, look at the cocktail mixer. So I can tell it's the cocktail mixer because it came in this bubble mailer, which they always come in. Now the other option, the coffee that I was very tempted by, was the Churro Latte by Copper Cow Coffee, which is a great little thing. They come in boxes because it's little like mini pour over sets. So it's almost like a tea bag. It's like this little, it's like folded, and you kind of prop it up over your cup, and then you can pour over, and it's a cinnamon Vietnamese coffee. And it usually comes with some condensed milk packets too. So it's like creamy and sweet and delicious. It's almost like another hot chocolate in all honesty. And that's kind of why I passed on it, also because I already have some, because I like it so much. So I love the cocktail mixers though. So this is the cherry almond simple syrup from Route 23 to make that delicious drink. Wow, this is a beautiful bottle. It's got like a really thick bottom to it. I think you can kind of see. Wow, that is such a cool bottle. It's like kind of uneven, so it's almost like hand-blown glass, I'm guessing. Wow, that's awesome. I love that. And how cool does that look in your like bar if you have like an old-fashioned bar cart or something? That's like the dream. I do have a little mini bar, but it's pretty full these days. So it says the cherry almond flavor is heavenly and adds the perfect warmth to your favorite cocktails. Pairs well with bourbon, whiskey, that would be so good, vodka, and rum. And then of course they gave us a recipe for a gin drink. So I could totally see this being good, like just a little hint of it in a whiskey. That sounds delicious. All right. So we got our body scrub and our cactus soap. We got our soy candle. Then we got the cocktail mixer. We also got our tote bag and our Villarreal hot chocolate, which I'm so excited about. And then we got our book, which is usually at the bottom, just because that makes sense in terms of organizing the box. So we do have this author's note. I just think that is so cool that she works with the publishers and the authors to get us that special touch. So it says, and it looks like it's handwritten, like it honestly looks handwritten, even though I know she just like had it reproduced on here. It says, one day something in 1971, a group of students marching in Mexico City was attacked by a secret paramilitary group backed by the Mexican government and the CIA. This novel takes place during this time period of repression known as the Dirty War. Come with me and discover the dark underbelly of a decade. Sylvia, I love that. So it's I don't know what that word is, but I love historical fiction. So it's like we're going to learn a little bit about that time period. I've definitely kind of got like Mexico City on the brain between this box and the Trove box that I just opened up. So loving this. Look at this. And she always puts these really cool wax seals on there from Authentic Books. Love a hardcover, of course. So let's go ahead and read about it. It says, 1970s Mexico City. Maite is a secretary who lives for one thing, the latest issue of Secret Romance, the name of our candle. It says, while students protests and, the name of our body scrub, excuse me. While student protests and political unrest consume the city, Maite escapes into stories of passion and danger. Her next door neighbor, Leonora, a beautiful art student, seems to live a life of intrigue and romance that Maite envies. When Leonora disappears under suspicious circumstances, Maite finds herself searching for the missing woman and journeying deeper into Leonora's secret life of student radicals and dissidents. Meanwhile, someone else is also looking for Leonora at the behest of his boss, a shadowy figure who commands goon squads dedicated to squashing political activists. Elvis is an eccentric criminal who longs to escape his own life. He loathes violence and loves old movies and rock and roll. But as Elvis searches for the missing woman, he watches Maite from a distance and regards her as a kindred spirit who shares his love of music and the unspoken loneliness of his heart. Now as Maite and Elvis come closer to discovering the truth behind Leonora's disappearance, they can no longer escape the danger that threatens to consume their lives, with hitmen, government agents, and Russian spies all aiming to protect Leonora's secrets at gunpoint. Velvet Was the Night is an edgy, simmering historical novel for lovers of smoky noirs and anti-heroes. So I am so into that. Doesn't that sound great? It's like a dark read without being a dark read. So I'm super excited to make a nice cup of hot chocolate, indulgent hot chocolate, to go into this nice book, which actually I think it's not that long. It feels like it's less than 300 pages. So that actually might get read for a change. Some of the books I have in my TBR pile are a little bit intimidating at the moment because I have such small snippets of time. So I'm really into this. I'm very excited to read it. Let me know in the comments below, without spoilers, if you've had a chance to read this book, and let me know what your favorite item in this box was. I am so excited about it. I wish that I could share more of these limited edition boxes with you, but hopefully you can get some for yourself or a loved one, or maybe join me and read along when we get our fun monthly boxes, which are always great because you get to choose between 2 or 3 novels sometimes. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. It would really help my channel out, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.